A very powerful feature of WordPress is its menu system, which allows you to have absolute control over one or several different menus. Let's take a look at our site as it stands right now. Here's our menu. Now this is actually being generated by the theme itself. And it's taking whatever we create in terms of pages, and it's automatically creating a menu for us with sub-pages, for example. So that's working quite nicely. But we still don't have control over our menu. Here's how we're going to do it. And this depends on your theme very much. You go under Appearance and Menus, and the system will tell you immediately whether or not your theme supports menus or not. Now in this case it does. We don't have the message, but we also don't have any menus, and we have to create one first before the system kicks into effect. Okay, so let's name this, and we'll call it Top Main Menu. It's important to name this clearly because you may have multiple menus and you want to tell quickly which one it is. So I create my menu. There we go. Now notice we have a new box over here called Theme Locations, and it tells you that this theme supports one menu. There could be many different menu areas that you can use. This one just has the one. And it now has a drop-down menu because you can choose which of the menus over here you want to put into this primary navigation area. So right now we don't have anything in Top Main Menu, so we don't want to use it just yet. How do we get items into this menu? Well, we just go down to here and we have many choices. Here are some of the most recent pages that we've created. Notice, by the way, this defaults to most recent rather than view all. And sometimes people get confused because they say, hey, my page isn't there. What happened to it? That's because you're viewing the most recent pages. And if you've got a lot of them, you actually need to click on View All, in which case you get a complete list of them. So let's choose some pages here. We're going to put on our staff. I'm going to put on sample page. I'm going to put on Contact Us. I'm going to put on sample subpage as well. Suppliers, let's say, and About. There we go. So I add to menu, and they're going to appear over here on the right-hand side. Now, I haven't actually got this menu in place yet because I haven't saved it. So I'll just click Save again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to now assign this top main menu, I'm going to assign it to the primary navigation area, just like this. I save it. And now, when I go back to here, watch what happens. Now, my menu here is what I've created over on this side here, Top Main Menu. Well, let's look at it again and see. Wait a minute now, this is supposed to be a subpage of sample page, but it's sitting right over here. That's not what we want. We wanted a subpage. Well, all you have to do is drag these around, just like we do with widgets. Drag it down here, underneath sample page. You drag it over to the side like this, and remember to save your menu. And when we come back now over to here, we refresh, and watch what happens. Sample subpage now appears underneath. It's as easy as that to create subpages. And again, let's move things around. We don't want suppliers over here. Maybe we want them over here. And we really need our home page, so let's go get our home page. Notice it doesn't show on here, so I have to click View All. There's home now. I add to my menu, and it comes up at the top there, so I save it. And I refresh. There you go. So we can add to our menu all we want. The great thing about this menu system is that we can also add categories directly to the menu now. So I add Bahama packages over here, and I can move them over here, let's say underneath supply, or beside suppliers rather. It's underneath on here, but beside because it's on the same level as it. And I refresh, and now I can actually look at my category of Bahama packages right from the menu. And in fact, you can add all sorts of things. You can create custom links here. If you wanted to, if we drop down screen options, we can also show posts on here and post tags. We can literally make them menu items now. Very, very powerful. And if you had custom post types, for example, other types of content besides posts and pages, they would show up here on your menus as well. So it makes it very, very powerful for you to create new menus. You can also create menus that you simply use on your sidebar too. They don't have to appear on one of these theme locations. And of course you can customize each of these. So let's say I don't want to call it Bahama Packages. I can just change the label on it and make it read whatever I want. Bahamas Vacations, let's say. And then I simply save it. And now, instead of being Bahama Packages, it says Bahama Vacations. So I've got complete control over my menus, and if I want to get rid of something, I just simply click Remove, and we're done. So that's an example of how you can create and then manage a menu.